It's time for Torrin Talk, my lovelies. So, today I actually have a topic. I know, it's so exciting. So, I thought I would talk to you all about how I approach the hairstyles that I do for this channel. Um, there are actually a couple of ways that I decide what I'm gonna do and then how to go about them. So let's break it down into like two sections with lots of subsections because, I can't leave anything in without a lot of detail or something, or I just can't shut up, whichever. So number one is which hairstyles I decide to try. There are a lot of ways I go around trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Of course, the easiest one is requests. A lot of you send in pictures, or I actually like it when you send in pictures. I have to say, a lot of the times it's just, hey, could you do so-and-so's hairstyle from this episode of whatever the show is? Which I don't always watch all the shows, and I don't always know what it is I'm looking for. Sometimes it's fairly easy for me to Google search. I'm very good at Google searching, and I can usually find what it is. But much like Siobhan, Siobhan's back, you guys. Yay. Much like Siobhan stated in her last vid, it would be awesome if you can send her pictures in of exactly what it is you're looking for. Yeah, I really like it when you send me a picture in because it helps me kind of figure out what it is, you're going for. So requests, of course, is one way that I go about doing style. And sometimes it's not specific style. Sometimes it's, I'm getting married, I want to wear my hair half up, and I have these really cute pins that look like this. Can you figure something out? Yeah, I can do that. Or, I'm getting married here, and I want something that vaguely looks like this, but not this. Any ideas? It's not always getting married, but I do get a lot of requests from girls for their wedding days. They just want to do their hair themselves and not have to worry about it. Other ways I decide what I'm going to try. I come across something in a movie I'm watching or in a television show I'm watching. I see a hairstyle and I pause and I'm like, oh, I think I can do that. Let me give that one a try. Sometimes it's just I come across things on Pinterest that are pretty. And I think, I might give that one a try. Sometimes you guys tag me in things, or you send me pins on Pinterest, or you throw it up on my wall on Facebook. Now, some of these aren't requests. Some of these are just, I thought you'd think this was cool, or I know this isn't really going to work on your hair, but the technique was neat. Maybe you can figure something out. All awesome. And sometimes I just dream about hair. It happens. Or I just, thought pops into my head and I'm like, I wonder if I could do something that looks like that. So, yeah, that's where I get my ideas. Also going along with not just where, but why I do things. Is it pretty? I do get a lot of requests for hairstyles I don't like. Shocker. Some of these hairstyles are like, I understand that a lot of work went into this, but the ending result is just not pretty. Like, I don't like it. And the thing when I do my hairstyles is usually I'm doing my hair because I'm leaving the house. I'm going to go and do errands, go grocery shopping, or whatever. Yes, even the days I do fantasy hairstyles. And yeah, if it's pretty, I don't care how crazy it looks. I'll still wear it out. But if it's ugly, it's just ugly. And so what that means is I spent all that time doing my hair and filming it, and I'm taking it down immediately after, which is kind of a waste of time. I mean, true, there is a video about it, but like, I'm never ever going to wear that hairstyle because I don't like it. So usually if I don't like the hairstyles, I don't do them. I want them to be pretty. And if it's not pretty to me, you know, most of the hairstyles that fall into this category involve like a ton of braids arranged in weird ways, and I don't like them. The other thing I take into account, is it doable on my length? Because sometimes I really love a hairstyle and I realize that it is just not going to work. Most of the time I can figure out a way to eat up the majority of my length so that I have something a little more normal to work with. And if I can do that and the hairstyle is done in such a way that I can hide like a massive bun underneath the rest of the hairstyle, then that's fine. I'll figure out how to make it work. Or, you know, I'm like, well, I really like this hairstyle. I can't quite do it exactly that way, but I can take some of the techniques and sort of the general feel of this style and make up this entirely new hairstyle that will actually work on my length. That happens. Another thing I take into account is, does it involve stuff that my hair doesn't like? For example, fishtail braids. My hair does not like fishtail braids. Yes, I can do a fishtail braid. I've done a few styles that incorporate fishtail braids. But during the takedown of a fishtail braid, my hair tangles like the dickens. It is not happy getting taken out of a fishtail braid. So generally, I don't do them. And when you send me in hairstyles that's just a whole bunch of fishtails, I'm not going to do that hairstyle. Now, I might do it, or a version of it, with English braids or rope braids or something that my hair likes being in. But then it's not exactly the hairstyle that you requested because you wanted the look of the fishtails. And I like the way fishtails look. My hair just doesn't like fishtails. That's the problem. Yeah. So those are all kinds of things that help me determine what hairstyles I do for my channel and which ones I just don't do. And I know a lot of you guys have sent in requests. Now, some of them are still just kind of sitting in the queue. I just haven't messed with them, or I just haven't felt like them yet, but I still consider them to be potential hairstyles, and I will probably do them at some point in time. And some of them I'm just never going to do, and I apologize for that, but they're just not my bag. Oh, and P.S. I get in a lot of requests for hairstyles of styles I've already done. I realize I have a lot of videos on my channel now. So I understand, especially for anybody that's come, you know, or come across me in the past couple of years, because I've been at this for almost 8 now. I realize that sometimes it might have been a way long ago, you know, one from like 2010 or something, and you just missed it, which is totally okay. And if you do send in a request for one of the hairstyles I've already done, I just send you the link to the video because yay, it's already been done. Yay. But yeah, those ones are always funny. The absolute best request I got once was a picture of the back of my own head with the message, "I love this hairstyle. Do you think you can do it?" I'm pretty sure it can. That's my head. Yeah, that was the best one ever. That was very meta. Okay, and then the second part of today's video is what I do about after I've decided on the hairstyle I want to do for, you know, this week. How do I go about accomplishing that? So 85% of the time, I have tried it. At least once, sometimes multiple times, just to see if, to work out the kinks, especially if I know it's going to be a little bit more complicated, and then just to streamline it so that the videos will be shorter, to know, you know, break it down into the steps and where to talk, which parts to film, which parts that I can skip over because we're just going to braid for 5 minutes. So, you know, every now and then, the other 15% of the time, I wing it. Or now sometimes I wing it just so you guys can kind of see my process of okay, so this was the hairstyle that I saw, so now I'm just going to try it. And you get to be there while I try things. And sometimes I'm pretty sure it's simple, and even though I may not have done that particular hairstyle, I'm pretty sure I know all the steps and how it's going to go. So I just go ahead and film it on the first go. And 9 times out of 10, it turns out. Sometimes it doesn't, and you don't ever see those vids because then it ends up being one that I have to practice a few times until I get it down, and then I refilm it. But yeah, I try to work out the kinks, any parts that are aggravating, or if you've got to pin it a little bit differently, or the best way to hide the pins. I worry about that stuff a lot. You guys know I hate for my works to show. I also like to do them in advance so I can wear it for a significant amount of time, so I can see if it's comfortable. Now, sometimes I will do an awesome, elaborate hairstyle, but, you know, within an hour or two, it ain't comfortable anymore. My head hurts. And I let you know. Because maybe you're just going to a special event and your hair's only going to be up for a couple of hours and you want something that is insane. You can do it. Here's how. You know, I just always want you to know that I found it uncomfortable after such amount of time. I also really like it when it's one of the updos that's really well dispersed, like this kind of thing, where you can wear it all day and you're never going to have a problem because it's comfortable. I always like it when I can let you guys know the comfort level. And I also like to see what the takedown is like. Is it a quick takedown? Is it difficult to take down? Is there snarling in the takedown? For example, I was experimenting this past weekend with trying to figure out how to incorporate a scarf into a headband. I have a lot of beautiful scarves that I just don't wear because I don't wear scarves very often. And I was trying to figure out some way. I also like headbands, but don't wear headbands because they slide off the back of my flat head, or they pinch too much behind my ears and give me a headache. So, I mean, I know how to do a braided headband, but I was trying to figure out a way to kind of braid the scarf in and then like thread it through so it would look like a headband and not move and be comfortable. Anyways, the takedown for that was very snarly and not cool. And I had to spend an extra 10 minutes working out tangles. So that one definitely needs some work. And if there's going to be damage during the takedown, you don't get those hairstyles until I have figured out how to avoid that damage, or potential damage, I should say, because I don't want you all wrecking your hair trying to do a silly hairstyle of mine. I care about your hair as much as I care about my hair. So I'm just saying. Okay, so basically that's it. That's how I approach doing hairstyles for my channel and kind of the criteria I go through when deciding what you guys actually get. I do really try to work out kinks, try to think about how it feels on your head, how the takedown's going to be, ease of use, that kind of deal. I put a lot of thought into it, more than I think I realized until I started writing down my little points. And yes, I put everything down. You guys, I'm going to need a notebook pretty soon because I'm almost out of paper. So it's time for a new notebook. I have to write everything down, you know, how my brain is these days. Okay, so that's it for me today. I was hoping to keep it under 10 minutes, but as always, I can't stop flapping my gums. So I will let you go, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're trying yet. I'm sorry. I just haven't figured that out yet, but that's okay because we're going to try some. I have an idea of what we might try, but I don't know if I have everything I need to try it. We'll see. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow and have a great day. Bye. Oh, wait. P.S. Don't forget to send me in questions for Friday's vid or I'm not going to have any. Just so you know, we need to do that. I'll just keep reminding you all week. Okay, yeah, send me in any questions you want for the Q&A for Friday. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.